But I'm going to turn the time back over to Vice Chair Belknap for the board chair report.
Okay, so this is going to be maybe a little bit different report. I'm going to go on the same theme that Kelsey did this morning. Kelsey, will you pull up my first slide? This is my third grade teacher, Sylvia Miller. And I cannot tell you one thing that Mrs. Miller taught me, but I can tell you that I love her and she loves me. And that's what I want you to know about Mrs. Miller. Okay, next slide. And this is Maynard Whiteside's. And Mr. Whiteside's was my fifth grade teacher. And I can tell you some things that he taught me. I remember that my family moved that year. We moved across town, and my parents drove me back to finish school there for a couple of months. And he made me feel like I still belonged and I was welcomed. He also let us write a class newspaper. And so, those are some things, but I can tell you that I love him and he loves me. That's what I know about Maynard Whiteside's. Okay, so I just wanted to, and then maybe along the same mantra that Janet Cannon does a lot. I remember years ago when she said, you need to thank a teacher for what they've done for you. And I remember writing a letter, and I actually sent a letter to Mrs. Miller and to Mr. Whitesides that year. And I've taken my own mantra, and I'm going to send a letter to Mr. Whiteside's wife, who is Lee Whitesides, who was a teacher who taught my children. And I'm going to send her a letter about Maynard. When I want you to know that will happen next week, and it will go to Lee Whitesides. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about something. I want you to look at this picture. This picture has not been altered. It has not been changed. It hasn't been photoshopped. Nothing has changed about this picture. Okay, this is exactly how it was taken. So it seems odd, doesn't it? Seems odd. So my thoughts is that maybe it's just the way we're looking at this picture. So Kelsey, will you flip the picture to so it's upside right? So you can see it. Okay, flip it back again so you can see it. And now flip it up to the right side. So, So it's interesting, isn't it? So my thoughts on this are that sometimes our perspective, we're sure we have it right. We're sure we've got it right. And yet sometimes you just need to maybe turn upside down and you might see something just a little differently. Well, today, this wasn't part of my board chair report. I've never done a board chair report before either. Walking into the building today, if any of you noticed it, there were some colored rocks in the ground, and I picked one up. And I will return this, whoever made this. But I thought, I picked this one up. First of all, it caught my eye that there were colored rocks there, but it said, your best is enough. And I really appreciated that because I'm a kind of a good enough girl, and my best is all I have to offer. And I wanted to tell you what I learned this week at the Huntsman Institute, where they give chemotherapy to the patients there. Somebody at night comes and brings colored rocks and puts them outside the windows where those receiving chemotherapy, and they come every time. That's what they get to look at and read while they're receiving chemotherapy. And I thought that was really interesting. And then to find this today on my way here, I thought that was pretty sweet. So I guess what I would say today is I'm grateful for teachers. I love being an educator, and I love those who taught me how to be a better person. And first of all, taught me to read. Okay, I'm so grateful for that. And that's my chair's report. Back to you.